2 years ago, I started the Albuquerque Vipers, a custom team made in Madden 07. And with that doing pretty well on TikTok recently, I've had some people asking me, how do I do something like this? So this should work in something like Madden 05, 6, 7, obviously here in 7, Madden 08, 09, pretty much the PS2 and kind of, old school Maddens as a whole, all the way up to probably about Madden 12, back when EA actually kind of tried more or less. And so, yeah, I'm just going to be showing how I made the Vipers here in 07. So we're going to go down to features. From there, you have create a fan, create a player. You can create a playbook. We're going to select on create a team. As you can see here, I got the Vipers in my created teams, gave them the wrong acronym, but whatever. We're going to select create new team. And from there, you have all these settings that you can mess with. You can go with your primary color. Maybe this is the pink that you want for your team, but you don't want it quite as red, so maybe bring that down a little bit. Secondary color, we're going to just try to make this the ugliest team in the world. Oh, yeah. Challenging the Rams for the worst unis. Team logo, you got generic logos, alphabet logos, which is the alphabet. NFL logos. You also have the European Football League logos, since those were here. You also have NFC, AFC, and historic logos. So maybe you wanted to bring back a team like the Houston Oilers. You can see you got a couple of their logos there. Old school Packers, Patriots, and you also have generic logos. The Vipers logo is a generic one on here. It's under Snake, I believe. Yep, there it is in the beautiful pink and, brown. For this example, we're going to just go with the Sugar Buzz. First name of the team, we're just going to put them in Portland. But Sugar Buzz is only going to be with one Z. We ran out of space. Obviously, you can just put, the acronym, whatever you want it to be. And again, city, it's whatever you want it to be. If you want to be in South Africa, then go for it. If you just want to be in your, small little hometown, doesn't matter. Portland, and we're actually going to be Portland, Massachusetts. In team type, you have air it out, all Madden, balanced, cupcake, which is what the Vipers were, and that's why we were so bad in Season 1. Smash Mouth, strong defense, strong offense, or you can just go full on fantasy and just create your own team there. For this example, we'll just go with air it out. So then you also get to create your own stadium. You want, on the north side of the end zone, maybe you want stairs or just like a tunnel. You can obviously do all these decks here. Maybe you want some open-end, you get the big screen there. And this is stuff you can do to every end of your stadium. You can customize the end zone walls and the sideline patterns here. On the field, you want natural grass. Maybe you want to go with some turf. You want to get the baseball field, go a little bit retro with that. You can go with grass, of course. We'll go with the baseball field. In the middle of the field, you can go with your team logo. EA, if you really wanted to. NFL, if you like the Panthers or, the Giants or Jets. Or you can just go with nothing. Go kind of old school there. Then in the end zone, you can do your team name and, different styles or your nickname for your team. Or you can just go checkered, diamond, slashes. If you want to be like the Steelers, or you can just go with nothing. You can customize the background of your end zone and then the background of the stadium. You want the big city, or maybe you're a bit more rural, maybe you decided to put your team in your hometown. You got a water tower back there, some mountains. I believe that's what the Vipers have. They actually might have the desert there, or maybe you're in the Amazon. You relocated the Chargers down south even further. We'll go with tropical, because why not? I know that's not what Portland is like, but whatever. And then obviously you can fully customize your uniforms, your helmet color. It automatically makes it with the colors that you already chose, so makes it kind of easy with that. Helmets, you can put your logo on there, determine how many stripes you want, the stripe color, face mask color. You have your home jerseys, you have your away jerseys, and then they also give you alternates. So like I made the Vipers alternate. It's like an all white with the green stripes, the away alternate, and I think it's the cleanest uniform that Albuquerque has. Obviously, you can also have your home alternate uniforms, so that's 4 total uniforms that you can customize. So after you exit, you can see I got the Portland Sugar Buzz right there, and now we're gonna put them into a franchise. So we're gonna go to franchise mode here, click new franchise, number of users, so if you're playing with maybe your friends or you just want to control multiple teams. Fantasy draft, obviously, you want to start with the rosters you have, or do you want to, pick a new team out of everyone in the NFL trade deadline? I always have that on because I love the realism. So for the team, obviously, you can pick any team in the NFL, or if you hit circle here on PS2, can load your team. So we're just going to go ahead and select the Sugar Buzz, and let's have them replace the Vikings, because why not? So if we just go over here, we have the Sugar Buzz, and you'll just hit X to start the franchise. And from there, it's just franchise mode as normal. You can go ahead and take a look at your rosters, see what team they gave you. They gave us a 99 overall quarterback. You can see why I chose to go with the cupcake. It's a lot more challenging, and I love that kind of a challenge that we've had in the Viper series early on. One thing to be aware of is whichever team you replace, all of those players are gone. So you want to, if you're replacing the Vikings, for instance, and you still want Jared Allen and all those other players on the Vikings, Brad Johnson and all that in the league, you can release them before you start the franchise. They'll just all hit free agency, go off signing with other teams. That way they're still in the league and they don't just disappear. Another way to relocate a team is doing it in the off season, going to Stadium Central. You can go down to relocate, and it will give you some options to move. It's not as customizable. It's a little bit more realistic here. Mexico City, LA, and Boston are the main options here. We'll hit up Mexico City. And then you got to go through the whole design process like I talked about earlier with designing your stadium, securing the funds, because you got to make it all realistic, submitting a proposal. You got to get accepted to move to the city. You can change your name then, or not if you choose not to. Change your uniforms if you would like. And then it will take an entire season to move into that new city. So if you do something like that, you'll notice stuff like the newspaper is accurate, so it's not the Minnesota newspaper now, it is the Mexico City Press. That's going to be it for this video. Let me know in the comments section anything I may have missed in this video, or any other things you'd like to see in these old school Madden games of how do I do this, how do I do that, anything like that. Be sure to let me know. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, leaving a like is always appreciated. And until next time, this has been Jeffrey.